Hello and welcome to the first edition of Y-PAC CityCast in 2020. I'm Randy Beeler. The Yakima City Council started the new year by swearing in 3 new members and electing a new mayor and assistant mayor. Patricia Byers, Eliana Macias, and Sonail Lund were sworn in just before the council's January 7th regular meeting, along with returning council member Holly Cousins. Shortly after the meeting began, Byers was elected mayor by her fellow council members, who also chose Cousins to serve as assistant mayor. In the council-manager form of government the city currently operates under, the mayor has no greater power than any other council member, but does serve as the chair of the council, with the primary responsibility being running council meetings. Byers and Cousins were elected to 2-year terms as mayor and assistant mayor. Yakima voters have a decision to make in February whether or not to approve a proposed property tax levy lid lift that would provide the city with about $3 million more per year to spend on police and fire, streets and sidewalks, and parks. If voters approve the increase, the owner of a $100,000 house would pay about $3.30 more per month in property tax. The owner of a $250,000 home would pay about $8.30 more per month in property tax, and the owner of a $350,000 house would pay about $11.60 more per month in property tax. State law currently limits annual increases in property tax income to 1% for cities. Only voters can approve a greater increase. Because property tax income is not keeping pace with cost of living increases, in recent years the city has had to reduce or eliminate some programs and services related to police and fire, streets and sidewalks, and parks. The city of Yakima experienced significant growth in the building sector in 2019, and the 2020 census is looking for people who are looking for a job. To tell you more, here's CityCast's John Fannin.
Thanks, Randy. New multifamily developments in the city of Yakima more than doubled last year. And that is among some of the building permit numbers for the city in 2019 compared to the year 2018. In 2019, there were 29 multifamily developments permitted in the city of Yakima. They had a combined valuation of $32.6 million. By contrast, 2018 only saw 12 permits for new multifamily developments, and they were only worth a combined $7.3 million. There were 651 new multifamily housing units created in Yakima during 2019. Director of Community Development Joan Davenport said the growth is in part due to the City of Yakima's Permit Center. The Permit Center's focus is on creating a transparent application process from a project's permit issue stage all the way to actually breaking ground. The U.S. Census Bureau is encouraging people to apply for temporary jobs so that data collected during the 2020 census is as accurate as possible. The Bureau is hiring hundreds of thousands of workers to assist with the 2020 census, which will be mailed out to homes in Yakima and around the country starting in March. The Bureau is looking to fill a variety of positions with varying pay ranges. For example, a census taker in the city of Yakima will make $16 an hour. An accurate count is beneficial for Yakima, since the 2020 census will determine how more than $800 billion in federal government resources will be distributed each year for the next decade. Bilingual applicants proficient in English and Spanish are needed and are encouraged to apply. Information in Spanish and English about temporary census jobs is available right on the City of Yakima's website at yakimawa.gov. Anyone interested in applying for a census job is encouraged to visit the Bureau's website at 2020census.gov/jobs. And that's all for now. Randy, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, John. When we come back, you'll learn how to make sure that Fido is not incognito. You're watching Y-PAC's CityCast. With the new year here, it is time to take care of some of those annual tasks that are necessary, one of which is licensing your dog. To tell you how, here's CityCast's Sean Davidow.
Thanks, Randy. A reminder that if you live in the city limits of Yakima and own a dog, you're required to have your dog licensed. You can print this application online from the City of Yakima website, fill it out, and return it in the mail or to the Utility Services counter at Yakima City Hall. To license your dog, you'll need to submit current vaccination records or have a waiver from your veterinarian. Dog license fees for a new dog license in the City of Yakima are $40 for an unaltered dog and $15 for an altered dog. For the first 3 months of the year, the fee to renew dog licenses in the City of Yakima are $30 for dogs that are not spayed and neutered and $12 for a license renewal for a dog that has been altered. Now don't be fooled, the discounted price for early renewals ends on March 31st, so on April 1st that price goes up to the same cost as a new dog license for altered and unaltered pups at $40 and $15 respectively. Also, for senior residents over the age of 62, there is a one-time fee of $30 for an unaltered dog and $25 for an altered pooch. Again, this is a one-time fee for permanent tags, which do not need to be renewed each year. For information, contact the City of Yakima's Utility Services Office at 575-6080 or send an email to utilities@yakimawa.gov. And Randy, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sean, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Y-PAC CityCast. There are many ways for you to keep up to date with what's going on with the City of Yakima. The city's website at yakimawa.gov features a wide variety of information about city programs and services, as well as upcoming city council and city committee meetings. The city's Facebook page, Twitter feed, and Instagram page keep you connected to important news and information, and you can watch Y-PAC programming and other videos on the city's YouTube channel. Thanks again for being part of this edition of Y-PAC CityCast. I'm Randy Beeler. Take care.
For more information on Y-PAC programming, please call 575-6092.